everybody. I'm Pat Stoetzer of the Community Media Center, and welcome to a special CMSportsNet broadcast of the Playoff Lacrosse Highlights Show. The spring high school sports postseason is here, and we're going to bring you a recap of 3 first-round lacrosse matchups that took place earlier this evening around Carroll County. First up is girls lacrosse and the Class 2A West Region 1, where number 4 seed Winters Mill hosted number 5 Oakland Mills, and the Falcons were looking for their first playoff win since 2019. Winters Mill finished 6-6 in the regular season, but just 1-5 in the Carroll County Athletic League. Let's see what happened between the Falcons and Scorpions from this afternoon in Westminster.
CMSportsNet's high school sports highlights are sponsored by Genova's To Go, locations in Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, Hanover, and Eldersburg. Genova's, pizza, pasta, subs, and more.
The Winters Mill girls lacrosse team has a proud history with 4 state championships between 2008 and 2013. But the Falcons entered Wednesday's 2A West quarterfinal against Oakland Mills without a playoff win since 2019. They seemed intent on changing that from the opening draw Wednesday. After Winters Mill junior Clements controlled the opening draw, Annie Pruitt streaked down the middle and put the Falcons on top less than 1 minute into the game. Marissa Carter scored twice in the next minute, taking a handoff here, going around to her left, and making it 3-0 early for Winters Mill. Moments later, Clements won the draw, something she did throughout the game, and took it all the way to score her first goal in what would be a huge game for her. Oakland Mills got a goal in traffic from Sarah Novak to make it 6-1. Novak would go on to score a hat trick for the Scorpions. If Oakland Mills had any hopes of getting back in this game, however, Addie Vallandingham dashed them here, making the first of her 13 saves. Clements never stopped scoring. Here she takes a nice pass from Sienna Perryman just before halftime and notches her 5th tally to make it 14-2 at the break. Clements scored on a free position early in the second half, which was played with a running clock, as the lead remained in double digits throughout. Clements finished with a game-high 7 goals. Perryman put an exclamation point on this one with a sweep behind the back goal late in the game. And then senior Carly Vogel finished off the scoring, notching a goal with 90 seconds left to account for the 21-3 final score. Carter finished with 4 goals and Pruitt had 3, while Perryman collected 2 goals and 7 assists to complement Clements' big day. Novak scored all 3 goals for the Scorpions, whose season ends at 5-8. Winters Mill improves to 7-6 and advances to the regional semifinals, traveling to top-seeded and unbeaten Manchester Valley on Friday. Congrats to Winters Mill for the playoff win, and the Falcons are headed into the next round. As we heard, that next round will likely be a challenge for Winters Mill, but they're enjoying their first playoff win in 4 years. CMSportsNet correspondent Bob Blueball caught up with Caitlin Clements after the game, so let's check out the post-game interview.
Okay, we're with Caitlin Clements, a junior at Winters Mill High School. Caitlin just scored 7 goals to help the Falcons beat the Oakland Mills in the first round of the playoffs. Caitlin, first off, congratulations. And in terms of this playoff win, I know it had been a couple of years for Winters Mill. You guys have a proud tradition, but it's been a few years for a playoff win. What was it like going into today? Did you want to get on top early the way you did?
Yeah, I would say we really wanted to get on top early, get those few goals in quick. And every game we talked before, we set our goals, and I really think we went out and did what we had to do and made those goals.
In terms of just winning a playoff game, I don't know if this group had really done that to this point. Just getting this win under your belts, getting a little momentum. How important was that going to be to you to finish off this season?
It was really important. I mean, we wanted that win. We came out hard, and we're just really happy to go to the second round, all of us.
A lot of people got involved today, but individually you had a heck of a game. You had 7 goals. You also did a great job with the draw controls. So if you could talk just a little bit about the game you played today.
I would say I just really used my Lax IQ, and I really got open. I saw where I needed to be, but I also helped my other teammates get the goals that they needed to be, because that's really important to me. And on the draws, I really just try to put it where my teammates are there and where I need to put them, and I think it worked.
Well, and you guys were able to put them away very early today by scoring a couple, getting the draw controls, just that you never gave them a chance to get in the game.
Yeah, I think that was good, and we really had those good draws and then right down to goals.
Now you guys have a tough assignment, right? You get another shot at Manchester Valley, I think. So I know they're really tough, a really tough team, but how does today's game factor in? Are you going to be able to use that momentum to maybe make things a little bit tough on them, at least?
Yes, we definitely want to make it tough. We know they're a good team, but we really want to come out hard, and I think today really helps everyone's momentum into going into Friday.
Well, thank you very much. Congratulations on the game today, and best of luck on Friday. This is Bob Blueboss signing off here from Winters Mill High School with Caitlin Clements after Winters Mill wins the first round of the playoffs.
Thanks, Bob. And once again, kudos to Winters Mill Girls Lacrosse for advancing the 2A West playoffs and for a 4th straight victory. Up next, we stay in 2A West and head over to Century. The reigning 2A state champion Knights hosted Wild Lake from Howard County in their playoff opener. Number 3 Century came into the game with a 9-5 record, 3-3 in the county this year, and number 6 seed Wild Lake was 2-10. So let's see what went down in Eldersburg between the Wildcats and the Knights. Century hosted Wild Lake in a first-round matchup Wednesday that had the Knights beginning their 2A state championship defense in front of their home fans. Jane Brewer gets the offense going early when she scores the first goal of the game. Knights strike first. Harley Hamlet takes it herself here, and Century is out to a 3-0 lead before the Wildcats are settled in. Brewer gets a pass from Natalie Opatovsky, and the senior does the rest. It is 7-0 in favor of Century. Delaney Sandbank converts on this free position. Century is rolling past Wild Lake, now with an 8-0 lead. Here's Sandbank again, this time rolling in from the midfield for another goal. Knights 12, Wildcats 0, late in the first half. Wild Lake gets on the board with a goal from Casey Montgomery a few minutes later, but the visitors are down 13-1. Early in the second half, Brewer finds the net from about 15 feet away. Century is in full command with a 15-1 lead. Final score is Century 23, Wild Lake 1. Jane Brewer goes for 4 goals and Delaney Sandbank scores 3, along with 6 draw controls. Maddie Leach and Harley Hamlet have 3 goals each, and the Knights improve to 10-5 with a regional semifinal set for Friday. Like we said, Century is moving on in a big way after that convincing first-round win. Now, next up is either Glenelg or Hammond, another Howard County opponent. And if it is the Gladiators, that means a rematch of their classic regional final from a year ago. Now, today, CMSportsNet correspondent Ryan Finn was there to cover the contest, and he chatted with senior midfielder Jane Brewer after she helped the Knights move on. Let's take a listen.
All right, I'm here with Jane Brewer after a dominating performance against Wild Lake. Jane, what was the real key to victory in today's game?
I think the key to victory was keeping composed, playing as a team, knowing this could be our last game, leaving it all out there, working well together, doing what we've done in practice all year, and putting it all together.
You guys have had a lot of ups and downs this season, with a lot of injuries with like Jazzy and other players such as. What's the mindset going into playoffs?
It's pretty good. We're defending a state title. We're going to leave it all out there. We've dealt with some adversity, but I think we're getting over that. People are stepping up and doing what they need to do, and we're just going to give it all we got.
Speaking of that state title, what are you guys going to do to really defend that title and come back up on top to be state champions this year?
Well, what we did last year was just kind of looked at our opponents, looked at what we had, try to match it up, and we're going to work together, figure it out.
All righty. Thanks, Jane.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ryan. So that's Winters Mill and Century, two girls teams that are advanced in Class 2A West. CMSportsNet covered one more first-round game, and it was at Manchester Valley High School, where the Mavericks hosted Oakland Mills in a boys lacrosse playoff game. Man Valley went 8-4 during the regular season and earned the number 3 seed, while the Scorpions are the 6th seed with a 3-9 record. So here we go, some boys lacrosse highlights from Manchester Valley. Man Valley hosted Oakland Mills on Wednesday in a Class 2A West Region 1 lacrosse first round matchup, and the Mavericks took the sting out of the Scorpions from the opening faceoff. JT Calhoun nets the first goal of the game early in the first quarter, and Man Valley is rolling already. A few minutes later, it's sophomore Connor Feek converting. Give Grant Miller the assist, and the Mavericks lead 3-0. Nick Grimm gets in on the scoring action late in the first quarter, and Manchester Valley is all over Oakland Mills 6-0. And the home team leads by 7-0 after one. The visiting team ends the scoring drought thanks to this shot by Malachi Patterson. Oakland Mills trailing, however, 10-1. But the Mavs have plenty of answers. Gavin Reed scores here with another assist from Miller. Manchester Valley 12, Oakland Mills 1 at the half. Reed's second goal of the game comes early in the third quarter, which makes it 13-1 Mavericks and enables the running clock for the remainder of the contest. Matthew Ferran nets a goal in the fourth quarter, and Manchester Valley can taste a first-round playoff victory. It's 18-1 for the host Mavs. Final score is Manchester Valley 20, Oakland Mills 2. JT Calhoun scores 5 goals, and Grant Miller hands out 6 assists for the Mavericks, who advance to the regional semifinals on Friday, May 12th, for the right to play in a regional championship game next week. Another victory for a Carroll County lacrosse team, and this one has the Mavericks boys moving on. Man Valley waits for its next playoff opponent, either Glenelg or Hammond. But first, let's hear from sophomore midfielder Connor Feek after he helped lead the Mavs to a big win this afternoon in their playoff opener. All right, Connor, congrats on the win. What is it like to play in a game like that, where right from the start, you guys are pushing the tempo and establishing yourselves early like that?
Yeah, we were pushing the tempo really well. We moved the ball a lot. We got easy goals, and that's what that game was about. Easy goals led to a lot of goals.
4-2 this year in the county, like we talked about a couple weeks ago. What's it feel like to get a first playoff win as you guys want to go far here in the region?
Oh, it means a lot to go up 20-1. A lot of confidence. If we can keep playing like that, we're going to go really far in the division.
No matter who you play next, what's the mood like right now? What's the chemistry like with your guys as you guys know that now it's one and done, right? You have to survive in advance. If you lose, the season's over.
Yep, so we got to keep playing as a team. A lot of goal scorers today. If we keep doing that, we're going to go really far.
Only 3 seniors on this team. It's a young team. Where have you fit in this role with a lot of juniors and sophomores as well?
Yeah, we got a lot of older people that can dodge really well. They move the ball well. JT, Grant, they're our main guys, but they move the ball to us. We get open, we score, we shoot well, and we work as a team.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
So there you have it. A successful opening round for 3 of the county's high school lacrosse teams. That means Manchester Valley boys advance to the regional semifinals on Friday, May 12th, as do the Century girls and the Winters Mill girls. Now let's take a look at the 2A West Region 1 bracket on the boys' side. And the bracket's going to show that number 1 seed Winters Mill had that first round bye, and they already advanced to the next round. They will face the Century Knights on the boys' side. Century got past Wild Lake on the road tonight in a convincing fashion, so the Knights and Winters Mill, the Knights and the Falcons, I should say, are going to have a rematch of the regular season matchup. And we did see Man Valley get past Oakland Mills there to advance, and they will get the winner of Glenelg and Hammond. So if Man Valley were to get past another Howard County foe, it will set up an all Carroll County region final there in 2A West Region 1 for the boys. We can go ahead and check out the girls bracket as well for the 2A West Region 1, same side, just different gender. And we're going to go back to girls 2A West Region 1, you see Man Valley as that #1 seed. We heard about that earlier. They were going to take on Winters Mill after Winters Mill cruised past Oakland Mills. And Century gets Glenelg and Hammond, most likely Glenelg if the chalk holds. That was a fantastic game last year in the regional playoffs. CMSportsNet covered that game. It was really an exciting game. Century won by a goal and went on to win the state title a couple of games later. And that also ensured that Carroll County has had at least one girls lacrosse state champion every season since 2006. That's very, very impressive. So again, there you see your bracket for 2A West Region 1. Still plenty of games to go, and we're going to have 1A lacrosse action as well and 3A lacrosse action as well in the coming weeks. Before we wrap things up, let's take a look at the most recent CMSportsNet Athlete of the Week. Now, it's somebody we just saw from today's playoff lacrosse action. It's Manchester Valley boys lacrosse standout, Grant Miller.
The CMSportsNet Athlete of the Week is sponsored by Genova's To Go, locations in Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, Hanover, and Eldersburg. Genova's, pizza, pasta, subs, and more.
All right, the latest CMSportsNet Athlete of the Week, Grant Miller, Manchester Valley boys lacrosse. Grant helped the Mavericks to a win last week over Liberty, handed the ball out, scoring some goals. What was that game like to be able to finish 4-2 in the county, go on the road, and get a really convincing win against a county opponent?
Oh man, it was great momentum. Coming off a solid showing against Delaney. Liberty was definitely a confidence booster. So
you mentioned the Delaney game. You guys have been playing a lot better lately. I know that was a loss, but is the momentum right now where you want it to be with the regional playoffs about to begin this week?
Oh, absolutely. Our confidence is going a lot higher than with the Liberty game, especially with all the goals we scored, defense playing well, and face-off, definitely for face-offs.
Yeah. What is the key to success? When you guys are rolling and getting wins, what's the biggest strength of the team in your eyes?
Definitely just playing as a team. Not even if they shut off someone, all other 5 guys on the field can score.
Yeah. I know you guys had a good season last year, and you want to go a little further this year, obviously, in the playoffs come around. What's the goal? What's the mindset right here as far as helping the seniors go out on top as far as you can go, but also just continuing to keep the momentum going? Because, early in the season, there were some losses. Since then, you guys have turned it around, play a lot better. How far do you think this team can go if it's playing the way you want it to play?
I think we can go all the way. I think we can definitely take the region. Definitely this momentum's definitely going to help us.
Right. All right, Grant, good luck the rest of the season.
Thank
Grant
you.
Miller, this week's CMSportsNet Athlete of the Week. That's going to do it for our playoff lacrosse highlights show. My thanks to Bob Blueball and Ryan Finn for assisting in our coverage around the county today. And we're planning to have more playoff coverage the coming weeks as Carroll's teams continue their quest for a state championship. Please check out all of our high school sports content on cmsportsnet.com, Facebook, and YouTube, and on cable channel HD 1086. Thanks again, everybody, and we'll see you next time.